College can be the most confusing and emotional time in one's life. It's the transition from adolescence to adulthood, and it's not always a smooth one. But according to the American Cancer Society, nearly 8% of college students currently live with the reality that one of their parents has cancer. So how do young adults cope with this idea?
Here in Pittsburgh, I'm from Rochester, New York, so all of the family that I really have is up there, and you have to be here as a student and go to school. You kind of feel bad because you feel like it's tough, 5 hours away, you can't be there. It's tough to get home and be around them. So
I think with my kids, there's a feeling of helplessness, of not knowing kind of how to be helpful at the time.
He was like, "Oh, I want you to be on the lookout for it." He was really concerned about me, which was kind of nice, but also disheartening because I'm equally as concerned about him.
The help that kids can give, at least my kids can give me, is really more emotional. It's just being there. It's just being my child.
Many students get involved on campuses when they host special events for things like Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But is that enough to help students who see cancer on a daily basis and someone they love?
I think if there was one more emphasis on, cancer awareness as a whole, from the university perspective, I think would be a start.
I think we have to open up these discussions and make them more okay. It is really hard, to be honest. It is really hard for people to relate to these life-altering events when you haven't had them happen to you. I mean, the fact of the matter is that a student is dealing with a parent whose life is in the balance. And that's really frightening. You don't know what the future is going to hold.
So how does one get up every morning for his or her 8 a.m. class and perform, while knowing someone he or she loves is suffering? How does a student prepare for his or her future, or decide who understands their problem and who doesn't?
I was able to take the day at work, but then you take some time to reflect when you don't have to focus on other things, and then you remind yourself that that's not what the person would want you to do. They'd want you to go, live out your life and keep working hard and do it for them because they don't have the opportunity, and it's kind of what picks you up.
We pick up on how other people process things. I feel like someone would be more open to talking to me about something like that just because I've, been around. I've dealt with stuff like that firsthand all my life.
The whole thing about cancer and anything that is really serious is a surprise. You don't quite expect things to turn out quite like they did. We go through our lives thinking everything is going to be fine, which helps us to be positive in life, and then something negative happens and it's, where'd that come from? Wait a minute,
It's hard to find a sense of normal after that.
Yeah, it is that new normal that you can't ever go back again.